My name's Kyle Clemens. I'm in school for business at Ivy Tech, year 2010, and my hometown is actually Cincinnati, Ohio. And I was supposed to speak to you guys today about something that's influential in my life, or something that I have done personally that is a hobby. And today I decided to speak about skateboarding. Skateboarding has been a big part of my life, and it's kept me out of trouble, and it's done a lot of things. So I'll go back to day one when I started skateboarding. You know, back when I moved with my parents, my dad and my stepmom in Cincinnati. You know, me and my brother were coming from the bus stop, and we saw a couple guys, and they were jumping over 3 barrels. And we thought, how in the world can you jump over 3 barrels on a piece of wood and get over it without it falling? So it was like a mind puzzle to us. So we decided, you know, maybe we should get involved in this. So what we decided to do was go down and talk to these guys down the street. They were a little bit older than us at the time, but that was okay. You know, so we went and talked to them, and we asked them, you know, what's the deal with this whole, piece of wood on some wheels going over this and that, and you know, it all started there. And the guy actually had a mini ramp in his backyard. His name was Ryan Bale. He's still a very big, influential part of my life today. But you know, he started teaching us day in and day out, you know, the basics of every trick. You know, it starts off as an ollie. That's how he said. You know, you pop your tail, you drag your foot, the board comes off the ground, then you get over it, and it starts from there. So we went from there, and as days went on, you know, we started to learn how to skateboard and get better at things. And it started to click in our minds, as you know, this mind puzzle. It all came together. So then from there, you know, as we progressed in skateboarding, you know, we had very good parents that supported us. You know, and my stepdad, of course, you know, we lived out in the country. We lived on, you know, a half acre, and we had a nice basketball court. Well, in this basketball court, you know, we decided, hey, you know, we can turn this into something that we can actually use to our advantage as far as skateboarding. So, you know, my stepdad spent many hours, and my mom as well, and they were building rails and ramps that we could actually use to skate on. So we actually created our own skate park. So this turned into something that me and my brother, you know, it just took our skateboarding level from a beginner's level to an intermediate level to an advanced level, and this is where it progressed. You know, so we spent hours upon hours, you know, while our little brother was out there watching. He was just born, which is really neat. You know, and we spent hours and hours out there just learning tricks, you know, falling, getting hurt, you know, learning the whole basis, you know, of safety and how we're going to go about doing things. And this took us to where, you know, I am today. I'm at a very, you know, high level in my skateboarding. But if it weren't for those things, you know, the skate park being built, you know, watching the 3 guys and learning from them, then I'd never been where I am today. But from that skate park that he built, and from our good influences from our parents, you know, they took us to contests, which led to other things, which led to sponsorships. You know, I remember going to, you know, a good story. You know, I remember it was real hot, and it was like one of the first contests, and Billy and my stepdad were sitting right here, and my mom were like, you know, there's a contest at Major Taylor Skate Park, which was in Indianapolis at the time. So we decided, hey, you know, let's go enroll in this contest. You know, and to me, it's just like giving a speech. It's very nervous, you know. So I was like, you know, I don't know about this. You know, I don't know if I'm good enough. But, well, you know, with the people telling us to go do these things, you know, we decided to just, whatever, let's get in the car and go. It'll be fun, you know. So anyway, enough said. We went, and we skated, and we did very well. You know, I think I placed, you know, 4th in my first contest, which was beginner, which was okay, you know. And then, you know, my brother placed pretty good, whatever. And then, anyway, then it went on to other contests. I remember, you know, another event where I went to a contest, and I was actually invited to Minnesota to skate in the finals. I had skated in 3 different contests and placed, you know, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and you know, that's where I won, you know, my first pair of shoes. I won a bunch of boards, a bunch of trucks, you know, backpacks, which a backpack I still have today, which I still use for school, which I'm in right now. But, you know, it's just been a big influence on my life. You know, if I could take and look back at my life and wonder if I would have never went down and talked to them kids about that skateboard, where my life would be today. It seems that skateboarding has done a lot for me. It has kept me out of trouble. It has kept me out from running on the streets. Instead of every day going out and, you know, the typical teenager going out and partying, doing drugs, things like that, we would all gang up and get in trouble for sneaking out of our house and skateboarding. I mean, that was the basis of getting in trouble. We would be late for dinner, we'd be late for everything else, and we'd be getting in trouble because of skateboarding. To me, that's not really being in trouble. Okay, so this is skateboarding has brought me to staying out of trouble. It's given me a wonderful hobby, and on top of that, it's given me many influences. Like I said, the Ryan Vale kid, big influence on my life. To this day, he still teaches me things, and I'm still teaching him. And now, with that, and having a business degree, which is what I'm in school for, one day I want to open my own skate park, or my own skate shop, or affiliate my life in some sort of way that has to do with skateboarding. I want to teach little kids that, skateboarding isn't just what you see on video games nowadays. It isn't just jumping on a skateboard and thinking you're going to go out and jump a huge 20 stairs or grind a big handrail. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. There's a lot of different things involved with it. There's a lot of safety. There's a lot of time consuming. You got to learn the tricks. You got to go from the basics. If you don't go from that, then you get hurt. So with this business degree, one day I want to eventually open my own skate park, or maybe even my own skate camp, to where I can get kids of ages, any age, they could be even 21 years old, just stepping on a skateboard. But, I want to teach them the basics and the safety, because when they jump down a set of stairs, I want them to know the proper technique, as they're falling, so later in life, they're not really, affected by this, as I was. I really wasn't taught the safety when I was younger. Yeah, I was enforced to wear a helmet, but I never did wear a helmet because I was, didn't believe in it. But, helmets are necessary. Your head is a very big, important part of your body. But as I said before, and it's brought a lot of influential people in my life. I can sit and say, and look back and say, if it wouldn't have been for my stepdad sitting here, if it wouldn't have been for my mother sitting here, if it wouldn't have been for my father in Cincinnati, letting us go out and do the things we did, or purchasing the skateboards for us, and purchasing the supplies, then who knows where my life would have been. I could have been down an alley. I could have been doing a lot of drugs. I could have ended up not been sitting here giving this speech because I wouldn't be in college. I could have been on the streets somewhere, and you never know where my life would have been. So to me, it's very touching, and that's a big part of my life as far as, influence. I thank you guys for everything that you've ever done, and, even though it's just simple skateboarding, people look at skateboarding as an image, and, there is a big image on it of the kids today who have put skateboarding to be these, criminals and so forth, but really it's not that. It's a hobby, it's something we like to do, as individuals. And one, it keeps people out of trouble, and two, it gives you something wonderful to do, and it'll give you good influences in your life. And like I said, hopefully one day I can start a business, and somebody else will be standing here like me in the same position and wanting to teach little kids how to skateboard.